Kahalalyum Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rachak Kodash. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elder of GMS Great Millstone. Today's topic is going to be on Jacob's trouble. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these things... Salakia, sorry. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Remember this thing, you can't see. Alright. What's going to be happening during Jacob's trouble? Some things. Famine, great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. Evils meaning bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Evils meaning bad times. What shall I do when these bad times shall come? Behold, famine, starvation, and plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Famine, starvation, and plague, tribulation, and anguish. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. In that day, during Jacob's trouble, the sword is going to be happening. The modern day sword is the gun, an instrument to destroy. Famine, starvation is going to be happening. Death and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their harmful works are fulfilled. So that's what's going to be happening during Jacob's trouble. Just some of the things, I should say. Correct myself. Some of the things that's going to be happening during Jacob's trouble. Another thing that's going to be happening during Jacob's trouble is these women are going to be troubled. Isaiah 32 verse 11. Tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. So most of these women today, these modern day women, are at ease. But when Jacob's trouble come, when the times to come, they're going to be troubled. And when they're troubled, there's going to be famine out here. The sword, modern day sword, is the gun, an instrument to destroy. Plagues, destruction, famine, starvation, great death, gangs, military troops, beheadings, all kinds of stuff's going to be happening during Jacob's trouble. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7 women, meaning 7, meaning completion, a complete number of women, shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So in that day, the man of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the women are going to chase after him, more than one, and be trying to be with him. But all this stuff happening, it's going to be happening out here. Isaiah 32 verse 2. And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So the man out here of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to be as in hiding place. Certain men are going to be put to death for this truth and be martyrs for this truth, but they're going to be raised up again. So any man that's in this truth, that's the elect, that's part of the elect, they're going to be raising up again. So the only ones going to get raised up from being put to death for this truth, they're going to be martyrs, are the elect men. So if Esau snatch you up and you with this truth, man, if Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and you do get put to death, If you're the elect, you're gonna come right. You're gonna get raised up when Yahweh Shai come back. Which means you will be the elect. Because only the elect is going to be raised, the one that died. Now, Isaiah 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants, the ones that's in the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Not just the men either that's going to be eating. It's going to be the women and the children too of the elect. Just to let you know. So when that famine is going to be happening during Jacob's trouble, as I read earlier in the previous scriptures, the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai are going to eat. But the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, that's not the elect, are going to be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. The 2/3 are going to be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for the Lord God shall slay thee, and call his servants by another name. Another reason why these women are going to be running towards that one man of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because certain men are going to have spiritual power. So you think of Superman walking around when all this is happening, the chip is being enforced, all this is going on. Everybody going to run towards Superman for protection and safety. Psalm 110 verse 30. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Certain men are going to receive power, spiritual power, superpowers, flight, all kinds of other powers. And the beauties of holiness, let me start from the top. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning thou hast the dew of thy youth. So you think, let me pull up the example with Yahweh Shai. Alright, Luke 9. Yeah, women and children are going to eat during Jacob's trouble. The elect of the women and children are going to eat during Jacob's trouble. Not just the men. Men, women, and children. Alright. This is Luke 9 verse 14. Red letter means Yahweh Shai. You can see the red letter on screen. For they were about 5,000 men, and he said to his disciples, make them sit down by 50s in a company. And they did so, made them all sit down. Then he took 5 loaves. Salakia. Then he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed them and brake, and gave to the disciples to set before the multitude. So that little bit with all them people, and they did eat, and were all filled, and there was taken up fragment And there was taken up of fragments that remained to them 12 baskets. So all these people, Yahweh Shai fed all these multitudes of people with that little bit of food. That's gonna happen again. Or greater works. I'll explain. John chapter 14, verse 12. So remember that Yahweh Shai fed all them people with that little bit. Red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. John 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. Certain men are going to receive the ability, the power, that people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Psalm 110, verse 3. Spiritual power, and be able to do greater than what Yahweh Shai did. So you think, you got this man, 7 women shall take hold of one man, so you got this man. I'll just say he got 10 women with him. Or it could be 1. I'll just say 10 though. They got some children, whatever. They just ran to along the way. But I'll just keep it the man to 10 women. They got nothing. Now they're all hungry. The man just like, through spiritual power, through the power, Psalm 110 verse 3, just pulls out all this food. Greater works than these shall you do. Greater works than what Yahweh Shai did when he was upon the earth. So I'm going to receive that to be able to do greater than what Yahweh Shai did. So that man's going to eat, and the company that's with him is going to eat. The elect's going to be eating out here when there's famine going on. So he's going to be walking around looking for food. The elect's going to be out here eating, rejoicing, all that. As I read in Isaiah 65. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. My servants, the elect men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, they're going to be singing for joy, women included, and the children, the elect children, are going to be included. Which also brings back to this precept. I don't know if I read it. And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. I'm back. Alright. So the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are going to be as a hiding place. So you got that man with spiritual power, he's going to be as a hiding place. The men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai are going to be as hiding place. As in hiding place. Now, let me go to Blue Letter for it. Revelation 2 verse 10. Some men are going to be put to death for this truth. Certain of the elect men are going to be put to death for this truth. But they're going to rise up when Yahweh Shai come back. Just to clarify earlier what I was saying. And to correct myself from earlier, although I'm not saying I went off earlier. So I'm saying the same thing now that I said earlier. Most likely. Revelation 2 verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. 10 days referring to a period of time. Could be 7 days. Could be 2 days. Could be 10 days. Could be 11 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So be thou faithful unto death, even if you're threatened with death in this truth. Be faithful and don't give in to this man and turn away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. If you do that, you are not the elect. That's just the bottom line. Because that means you left the truth and everything. And with that, I want to say Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kal Halalim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Barakat Kodash. Double honor to the elder GMS, Great Millstone. And as of today, real quick, just another reminder, there's a new moon coming up. There's a new moon coming. And Memorial of Blowing Trumpets is coming. Just another alert. Shalom.